I may have a Sunday afternoon beverage for the recording of this podcast.
I'm, for one, I'm drinking water.
Jeremy just had 2 drinks of whiskey. And roll the intro!
Wild Til 9! Are you ready?
Yep, let's go home.
Hi guys, welcome back to our podcast, Wild Til 9. Welcome to episode 2. So we actually haven't even posted episode 1, so you may have hated it, and we unfortunately don't have any of that feedback. So buckle up. We're doing episode 2 kind of blindly, not knowing if you liked the first one.
You know what's even better than doing a podcast in general? Is, no one asks for podcasts. We do one, then we do another one.
Right.
And realistically, people, if they listen to the first one and then the second one, and like we don't really hit the nail.
Yeah.
There goes that chance.
Right. So this could be 0 for 2. We don't know, but I'm hopeful. So I mean, while we're talking about loving our podcast so much, this is a great time to say stop, drop, roll, and rate the podcast. Review, leave us 5 stars. At this time, currently, as we're recording this, we've only dropped the trailer, and thank you so much to everyone who's left us a positive review.
Except for,
I was gonna say.
there's somebody out there, and you know who you are.
You know who you are.
A 3-star review.
3 stars. How could you? The
You
audacity.
You haven't even heard the fucking podcast yet.
Well, I mean, now that you just were so abrasive to their face, to them specifically. But honestly, 3 stars. Come on.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
here's the deal. Listen, and it's not that I don't agree that we might be a 3-star podcast.
Right.
But you don't have any fucking idea what you're talking about yet.
But give us 5 stars. It helps us out a lot, and I'm really excited. We also launched the Wild Til 9 with the number 9 Instagram, so go give that a follow if you want to stay up to date with everything.
That's Wild Til
9 with the 9, not spelled out phonetically.
You know what I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Gray Sweatpants Ween.
Oh, we are just diving straight in this week. Okay, got it.
No.
What would you? I'm sweating already. Where's my beverage? What in particular would you like to hear about Gray Sweatpants Ween?
Remember that time that you were near insistent that I wore sweatpants over? Yes or no?
Yes, I do recall.
You distinctly said, "Why not? Hey, why don't when you come over, you just like wear some sweatpants or something?"
I don't know why I sound like that in your head.
And I came over, not a big. I didn't think anything of it.
Right.
And you didn't say anything about what I'm going to ask that
Right.
day, that week, that month, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But what's fun fact about this is later I heard from the horse's mouth
Itself.
that gray sweatpants represent a very, very distinct and specific and important piece of your life.
Can we talk about anything other than this? Dad, if you're listening, this is a great time to go change the channel, find literally anything else on the internet to go listen to, because this ain't
Lauren,
this ain't the piece of content
tell
for
the
you.
people the story.
Okay, so and you know what? I have recently learned that this is something that many girls share, and it's that
Is it just a girl thing?
I don't know. Well, I let me just tell my story. So essentially, a big part of discovering my sexuality.
How big?
It was high school, so not that big. A big part of me discovering my sexuality was Gray Sweatpants Ween. And I don't know how in depth we're looking to go into this story, but I just, there was something about guys in sweatpants that I was really attracted to. And I don't think I really pieced together that it was such like a defining moment of discovering my sexuality in, I would say grade 8 and 9. Not that like I had crushes on boys for as early as like grade 1 and 2, I can remember, but I feel like I didn't think about the ween until much later when I saw Gray Sweatpants Ween. And it's got to be gray. It can't be black sweatpants. It can't be navy sweatpants. It can't be maroon sweatpants. It's got to be gray. And I'm sure all of the other straight females out there can relate. And I feel as if we all just bonded. And shout out to all the boys in grade 9 who wore gray sweatpants, because I confirmed that I was straight.
But so you didn't have this conversation with anybody else in 9th grade?
No. I actually didn't realize that this was a big thing until TikTok. And okay, so like the 19-year-old boys on TikTok who are dancers, like violently swing their hips around wearing sweatpants, and it's like, you know what, it's intentional, it's absolutely intentional. And me turning 27 next week, I am like, see less, not interested, because yes, maybe when I was 19 I would be like, yes, more of this, but being 8 years older, it's uncomfortable for me. And they do it intentionally. There's just like no underwear going on. And you might as well just be naked. You might as well just be naked. And the comments of these teenagers who are seeing and witnessing an experience, potentially for the first time, gray sweatpant ween, it's eye-opening. It's eye-opening for sure. Because I have been there too. I too have been in a gray sweatpants ween experience.
So Tumblr.
So Tumblr. You know what? I feel as if there are many fellow Tumblr users from our generation who discovered their sexuality on Tumblr. Were you one of them? Did you have a Tumblr?
No, I didn't have a Tumblr.
You didn't have it?
No.
I actually, that would surprise me if you did have a Tumblr. Yeah, my
No.
Tumblr was like my mid-emo days Tumblr.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called likewolves.tumblr.com. There was 3 S's on wolves.
Edgy.
It was so edgy. Oh my God. This is like when I was in my screamo phase. Like I loved emo.
Right.
And yeah, I think that Tumblr was like our generation's TikTok of there being just all sorts of different subcategories and communities of whatever you wanted and whatever you were looking for.
Yeah, except for Tumblr literally just had porn.
Tumblr straight up just had porn.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what's funny is like that recently they took porn out of Tumblr, which is hilarious.
People were up in arms.
Well, what the fuck else is there to do on Tumblr anymore?
I mean, I would say Tumblr porn was maybe only like 5% of my personal feed.
Well, yeah, Tumblr said that, and then Reddit was like, "We got porn."
Reddit was like, "Hey," and Twitter was like, "Hey, us too."
Oh, we're not done with Sweatpant Ween.
We're not done with Sweatpant Ween. Oh, I was trying to exit off
no.
Sweatpant Ween. Okay, what else do you want to know?
Well, so for me, for both the guys out there and the girls, have you had this conversation with other, like, do your friends agree that gray sweatpant ween is a defining factor in their sexuality?
You know what? I don't think we have had this. I've had it confirmed so much over TikTok and the internet that like I just feel as if we've all come together as a gray sweatpant ween community.
So do you judge through the sweatpants?
No, because you could be a grower, not a shower. And also it's not about the size, it's about the motion of the ocean, baby.
Yeah, but in 9th grade, did you feel the same way?
I mean, no, because there wasn't a community for me to talk to about gray sweatpant ween in grade 9.
You would have had to go to someone's like custom WordPress that they had created a blog for that probably had a login.
Mm-hmm, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Wow. So people these days don't know how hard it was for you as a gray sweatpant ween lover
Right.
to be able to.
We were alone. We were alone in grade 9.
Well, you were isolated.
We were isolated.
And then the
we hadn't
internet
found
brought
each
you
other.
together.
The internet brought us together.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, and walk me through gray sweatpant ween now. What does that mean for you?
I mean, the only ween that matters is the ween in this room. So, I mean, what
there's
else is
two.
there to say?
It's Moose and me.
Yeah, Moose is in here too. Moose has a little tiny baby ween. It's so small and it's so cute.
Do you think that dogs have the same like inferiority
Like, does
complexes
size matter?
as like human men?
No,
Human
I
men.
don't think human men. No, I don't think so. I think dogs are so fluid and just like do what they want to do.
That's true.
But this brings us to an interesting topic. Does size matter? As a male,
As a guy?
as a man with a ween, I'd love for you to weigh in on this because I think I've heard so many different sides of this from different guys, but I feel like they've always done. I feel like they've always just like delivered it with like different. No,
There are two types of guys.
Oh yes, dive into this for me, please.
There are guys that say that they think size matters,
Mm-hmm.
and there are liars.
Oh my god! Ah!
No, I'm not even kidding. Every guy I've ever known,
Okay.
ever,
Okay.
cares.
They care.
I'm-
But is it because of the complex that society has built
It's
around?
only the complex.
It's only around the complex.
I mean, the older you get, the more you realize the thought of having a foot-long dong would probably not be the most, I don't know.
That literally sounds like my worst nightmare.
What do you mean? Like
As if I don't have a...
I mean, I can confirm that every guy ever, I don't care what the size is insecure in some aspect about the size of their wiener.
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 Wiener. Okay.
You're the one that started with the ween.
I
So I
did
don't
start
use
with
the word
ween.
ween, but you love the word ween.
I say the word ween.
You
yeah.
also like dick and penis. You don't like those.
I don't mind penis. I mean, I don't know. Ween is it's one syllable. It just feels less abrasive
I
when you
digress.
say ween.
Point is, every dude ever cares and has thought about and compared himself to the other.
Oh, that's really sad. That's actually really sad. Like I feel bad for guys who go, what? No, we don't feel bad for
No,
them?
it's terrible and it's sad or whatever. But like, guys are simple creatures.
That's true.
But like, what I will say is the parts that we're most complicated about is the things that we speak the least about.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my God, to drag emotions out of a male is like freaking mining for diamonds. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I distinctly remember, back to penis talk, because that's what we're talking about this podcast, and that's what the title, penis talk,
Penis talk.
episode 2. I distinctly remember in first grade, second grade, I don't know, like in class, right? And I'm 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't even know how old you are in first grade. And I remember getting a boner.
In first grade?
Yeah, in first grade.
In first grade.
Yeah, but that's not the point of the story. The point is, like, I was raised by a single mother.
Right.
And there was no man in the house or whatever. So I was literally like,
I'm broken.
What's
I'm broken.
wrong with me?
Take me to the
Why is
hospital.
it doing this thing? I have never to this day, we didn't have a sex talk.
You never had the sex.
There's
You
no
never had
sex
the
talk.
birds and the bees
No,
talk?
I quite literally remember reading a book one time that I
Okay.
probably wasn't supposed to be reading. And it talked about, like,
It wasn't a biology book.
no, it was like kind of a biology book talking
Okay.
about like the act of coitus.
I hate that.
And that's what I learned what sex was. And I was like, wait, so, and like the meme, like the numbers and everything.
Yeah.
That was me.
That was you?
Mhm.
And what grade was that? What grade did you find the book?
Second or third grade.
Whoa.
I felt like I was earlier than other people to figure out what like sex was.
Oh my God. My mom sat me down and we had like a book that we went through every night for a little bit. We had a full.
You had a book?
Yeah, we had a book.
Do tell.
I don't remember that much about the book, but it was like a guide and like a
Walk me
walkthrough.
through. So it like a 1, 2. This is how you.
No, it wasn't like that. It was more just like puberty. It kind of touched on everything. It was like the full birds and the bees talk, but also like puberty involved as well.
Wait, but it talk about sex.
Yes.
See, my mother, as far as I'm concerned, still
Right.
thinks that I believe that when a man loves a woman
Right.
and they love each other
Right.
forever
Right.
under marriage,
Uh-huh.
a baby appears.
With the stork.
Not even the stork, but just like they love each other, and the love is what makes a baby, kind of thing.
Love is
Which
what makes
I
a
think,
baby.
Donna, love you. I think it's total fucking bullshit.
I mean, you have to give your kids the talk. You can't not give them. That's unsafe, I think, at this point. And
I
think,
agree.
I think that like my mom really like. I feel like Gail has no shame, and she's like,
No.
yeah, it's time. It's time. Like she
Yeah,
was.
but
She was the
Gail-
ideal parent for that.
Gail is a fantastic communicator
For sure.
about things that are uncomfortable.
Yeah, she really is.
Because she'll go out of her way to make it as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
And I think some parents are so
Embarrassed.
no, but they're so ideal and like, oh, I don't need to talk to my kid about this because they would never. Well, like no one grows up and goes, I bet that kid's gonna be creepy or a murderer or you know what I mean? Like it's just like
Right, unless there's like signs of like lighting things on fire at a young age or like hurting animals and stuff. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like we couldn't have less of a real child, but like, of course we do. But like the thing is, like I think there's a certain age where you're just like, yo, Freddie, sit down.
Yeah, sit down. We got to talk about
Let's
this.
talk about your penis.
Oh my God. Imagine Donna had done that. What would you have done?
Probably the same thing I did. But the point is, I just think that like there needs to be like we need to destigmatize
Yeah.
the conversations around things that are like awkward and uncomfortable.
Oh,
Like,
I totally agree.
Talk about it.
Talk about Gray Sweatpant Ween. Justice for Gray Sweatpant Ween.
No. No. No.
Circling back to Gray Sweatpant Ween. Justice for.
Yeah.
No?
No. So
Okay.
in summary,
Mhm.
you found your sexuality through Gray Sweatpant Ween.
And Tumblr.
I apparently found mine in first grade English class.
Right.
No, I distinctly remember but when you're in first grade, or when you're in first grade, when you're below the age of 20, like the wind could blow and you could get a boner.
That's so stressful. Like, I mean, I know the art of the tuck. I've been walked through the art of the tuck.
Why don't you walk me through the art of the tuck?
So depending on ween length, you can tuck behind the leg, or you can go up into the sweatpants band, which I feel like is more common. No?
Well, yeah, but
No?
yeah.
No?
I mean, if you're going up, anyway.
Wait, no, I'm confused. As a girl, like give us the females. We don't know. Why can't you?
I mean, if you're going up
Yeah.
and you have a sizable penis, it's just gonna come out.
Well, wouldn't your shirt cover it?
Right, but then you're still gonna have like. Can you imagine if I just had a little like?
Like a little ween head? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god, what is this episode? So it's behind the leg is the move.
I'm to the right behind the leg, always to the right.
Okay. I just don't understand how it's not like doing when you take a step.
Wait, stop.
Oh my God. What? I'm stressed.
Do you remember the time that I thought, you know what I'm going to say?
I know what you're going to say. Okay, wait. So to preface this story, I don't know how this came up, but we were talking about pencil dicks.
Right.
Which is like a long and skinny. And also, I just want to make a very blanket statement saying that like, I think we absolutely need to destigmatize the idea behind like bigger is better, size matters, grower versus shower, like all this stuff. It doesn't matter. Like it literally does not matter. But there are some funny names behind the different sizes. So I had a roommate in college and she introduced me to the idea of rocket dick. And me being in a relationship is like my second boyfriend. Like I had sex with one person and I was like, what is a rocket dick? Tell me more. And she actually had her bed up against my wall. We shared a wall in our apartment and it was just like at all hours of the day with rocket dick.
This podcast is going to have a warning label.
Anyway, so I just like didn't know. I didn't know what rocket dick was. I was 19 years old and I'd never met one. I had never seen one.
I'd never met a
rocket dick. Yeah.
Right.
So anyways, it's long and skinny, which again is fine. Is totally fine. It just like you have a special size and it has fun names, which is I feel like a bonus. And so anyway, I was telling Jeremy about like pencil dick and rocket dick and he was like, "Oh my God, do I have a pencil dick?"
No, that's not how that went at all.
That's not how that went? How did it go?
No.
How did this go?
You were talking about the story about pencil dick, rocket dick. And I was like, what the fuck does this even look like? So I hopped on Google.
Right, Google
remember?
Images.
And so I typed in what I thought was pencil dick.
Right.
And I looked at, and Google will give you more results than you could ever want.
More than you should ever see.
And I got to be honest, all the results that came up looked, more or less
totally normal.
like my penis.
Right.
And I was like, oh my fucking God, I have a fucking pencil dick. Oh my God, this is me.
Which again is fine.
Of course.
Which is fine. But Jeremy just didn't know.
I sat down on the bed next to Lauren and I go, oh my God.
So quiet. You were so quiet going through the images.
Do I have a pencil dick? Jeremy, you typed in penis dick.
No, you typed in penis. It literally, instead of typing pencil dick, you typed penis, and that's what came up was just dicks, which I mean is an accurate search result for typing in penis.
Wait, right? No, it's not Google's fault. Here.
Right, it's not. No, that was a user error, absolutely. And so anyway, Jeremy had a minor crisis, like just an identity crisis that he didn't know that he should be associating, and yeah.
Well, when you live your life for so long, and also as someone who has like been in locker rooms playing sports or like. Even when I was in drum corps, everyone just gets naked and showers.
Oh, yeah.
I have seen hundreds of dicks.
I would say thousands.
Maybe thousands, right?
I have, for some reason, and other influencers and creators, whatever, that have big social media platforms have confirmed this. For some reason, there is this viral photo of the same guy, this white older dude with a micro penis that gets tweeted at us from bot accounts incessantly.
Wait, so it's not even the guy with the
No,
penis.
It's not the guy. And I feel bad for him because I'm like, how did this? I mean, obviously he's at some point done many nude photo shoots because I've gotten this photo from every angle.
Right.
So this isn't like a random dude who just like somehow got his nudes leaked. But there is this micro penis that gets tweeted at me and Instagrammed at me multiple times a day.
That's tough. What's tough is the fact of the matter is, like, for the person with the micro penis or whatever, it's not the women that make him feel.
No, it's never.
It's never the women. It's never the women. Like
I feel like guys are so mean to each other about that.
But we're mean, but also like the stigma, and it's like it's not our age that created this. It's before. But what's crazy is go back a few hundred years.
Yeah, who started this? Whose fault is this?
I don't know.
Is this the boomers' fault?
We'll blame it on the boomers.
We'll blame it on the boomers. Blame everything on the boomers.
Yeah. It's just insane. I remember like the fear before like I had to go and do like naked showers or whatever of just like thinking about it. And as a kid, and like why would that pressure be on me as a child? Like they didn't get there, right? Like that was put there.
Right. Yeah. No, that was placed onto you.
Right. So now that we talked about dicks, do you want to end the podcast
here? Yeah.
Or?
What? I mean, thanks for listening, guys. No, actually, I have a topic that I would like to discuss and dive into.
Do you want to delve or do you want to dive?
I don't know. I couldn't honestly. My brain there was like, is delve a word? And I was like, not fully confident, but I think it is. Right?
Delve?
Delve?
Yes, a word.
Yeah. You know what I was getting mixed up? Diverge and delve and dive, and all of it was spinning really quickly. Anyways, A topic I'd love to dive into is dumb bitch-itis. And I don't know if I've coined this term. It's been something that's been very, very prevalent in my friend group lately because we just recently had a breakup and there was a lot of dumb bitch-itis going on amongst this breakup and all sorts of things.
Okay.
And I feel as if dumb bitch-itis, which we will define in a moment, is something that we all suffer from time to time. I think it's an integral part of growing up and maturing and knowing what you need in your life and relationships and your friendships and maybe your work environment. And we all have to go through a little dumb bitch-itis, and it's nothing to be ashamed of because it happens to the best of us.
I think there should be a small portion of shame, but yeah, sure.
No, I have no, you know what? I do have a little, I carry a little shame about some of my dumb bitch-itis moments.
Yeah, no, like you know as well as I do, like, oh, what happened to that girl? Oh, it just didn't work out.
It didn't
Yeah. Like I think that shame also shaped me a little bit.
I mean, I think you needed to shape you a little bit. It's like the missing tooth that you had in episode 1, you know? It's you just fly a plane through it. You needed that to shape your character. So anyways, dumb bitch-itis, which it probably is a thing.
Is it dumb bitch-itis? Dumb bitch-itis.
Dumb bitch-itis.
Okay.
Dumb. I know. I had to really spell it out for my mom the other day when I was telling her what dumb bitch-itis.
Dumb bitch-itis.
It's like tonsillitis, but dumb bitch-itis. Tonsillitis, but not dumb bitch-itis.
Okay, got it.
It's just like when you're having, a moment of lapse in judgment, lapse in clarity. I feel like is a big one that kind of like covers the overarching theme of having dumb bitch-itis.
Mm-hmm.
Moose just did the cutest stretch in the entire world. I wish our camera angle went down that low so you could see. Dumb bitch-itis. It happens to the best of us. And I think in relationships is probably where it's most prevalent, where, you know, you've had a moment or a few months or a couple years of dumb bitch-itis in a relationship. And eventually you come out of it and you're like, damn, I had a bad case of the dumb bitch-itis.
So are you going to tell us when you had it?
I mean, I feel like I've gone in and out of dumb bitch-itis. But again, like I feel like it's something you need to go through.
So are you going to tell us when you had it?
Yes, I'm going to tell you when I had it. And then I want to hear when you had it.
You're the one that brought this up.
I know. I think my biggest dumb bitch-itis kind of situation was thinking that I needed to forever find an opposite of me to date. I feel like the words like opposites attract are something that you hear in like every song and every movie and pop culture. And that like really shaped me for some reason in the types of guys that I was going after. I was like, oh yeah, like why would I date me? I'm already me. And like, I don't want to date another me. Here we are, me dating you.
And this was you at 14.
This is me at 14,
right.
Yeah, being so deep.
How much eyeliner was on?
You know, actually, I wasn't the emo that wore a lot of eyeliner. I wasn't that emo. I was more of a scene kid, so that was like the teased hair and stuff. But I wasn't so much like an eyeliner emo.
Oh, you and teased hair is a look.
Oh, it's a look. Honestly, I probably still have damaged hair from that period of my life.
Okay.
I went through a massive phase forever for majority of my dating life up until honestly meeting Jeremy. Of thinking that I needed to date someone that was totally opposite of me. And Jeremy's going to absolutely hate the next 20 seconds of this, but I am a Leo. I am an ESFJ. I am a 3-wing 2. What else? I feel like there's other ones that I'm forgetting.
I'm sure there are.
For those of you who understood all of that last 20 seconds, that gives you like a pretty intense picture of like who I am as a person, but I'm very type A. If anything, that like kind of sums it up. And so I always looked for guys that were like very type B, go with the flow, because I was always like, I need someone to balance me. And in turn, it kind of just infuriated me. Actually, you know what though? You infuriate me too, and we're more similar, so maybe I'm not doing it right.
You are an accommodator. Until you're not.
I'm such an accommodator. And I'm always like, relationships are built on compromise and communication. But like, that's true. I think that's absolutely true. And I still believe in that. But like, at what point are you bending until you're broken and you're staying in that relationship for way too long? Because that is exactly my track record.
But to a degree, I think that every single person needs to be an accommodator in some capacity.
For sure.
To realize they don't want to be a fucking accommodator anymore.
Yeah, for sure. Or you're just accommodating too much. I think it's fine to be an accommodator to like a mild amount. But it's just like when you don't have boundaries on it and you're like, okay, no, I can change this. I'll change this. I'll do this to be like you.
Totally. But also, I mean, in college, the key to like every like traditional, like stereotypical guy is just like, let me railroad any and everything I want to do and we'll apologize later.
Was that your dumb bitchitis?
No. Yes.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Okay, can you define railroading everything you want to do? What does that mean?
That was a choice. I feel as if when I was in college, it was like this constant measuring contest with myself to just be like, I am going to have fun. And whatever makes me have fun, I'm going to go do fun things. And it takes so much effort and so much just like, scratch everything I just said. You know what happens in college? You think with your dick.
Oh.
At least I did.
No, I feel like a lot of guys can probably relate to that, especially like, okay, so being Canadian, we don't really do the whole sorority and fraternity thing. And so like, I remember the first time that I saw a real frat house in LA. There's like a bunch of UCLA one, or no, what's the ones in downtown?
It's USC.
Is that USC? Okay, so anyway, I saw real frat houses with like Greek letters on the front, and they had like the columns and the pillars like straight out of a movie, and my jaw was on the floor. I was like, you're telling me that this is a real thing that happens outside of movies? I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
It is everything that happens in the movies, but even weirder. And like my days in a fraternity, I would do it all over again. Don't get me wrong. But like that is not the real world. Like the hazing thing, the being an active and like all that shit or whatever.
What does that mean, being active?
Well, you're like pledging actually, pledging's gone now. At least in my fraternity.
That's like dangerous, right?
Yeah,
like
my fraternity doesn't have pledging anymore. That's a world where like I think it needs some reform.
Okay.
To fit into the current world, because it's just pure ignorance.
Okay, got it.
Like there's too many people that are put in danger, and like going back to like, here's the issue with what I think with fraternities and sororities. There's not enough talk that's actually real. And so people hide the way that they actually act. And there's it's not to say there's too many rules. There's not enough options to be the type of college kid that college kids are just going to be.
Right.
And so the regulation makes them do absolutely ridiculously unsafe things, and people end up hurt.
Right. I mean, I feel like every year you hear stories of like crazy stuff from like pledging and
totally.
But what's the week? Rush Week?
I mean, all of it.
Honestly, you know what? I watched Monsters University the other day, and I was like, oh my God, is this what rushing is like? Oh my God. No?
You lost me on that one.
Okay.
The point is, it's just like, I think that for me, the type of person that I am, and this is not the journey everyone needs to take, I needed the journey where like you wake up on Tuesday at 7 a.m. because you have class at 7:45, and you did who knows what with who knows who the night before, and that ended at 4:30, and you go, oh my God, I'm so tired. Like the 100th time you do that, you go, you know what? Maybe I don't go out on Mondays.
Monday night. Oh my God. I literally feel ill just thinking about that.
Right. Like, and like to me, the thought of that now is like, no, I'm not going to do that. But the only reason I'm saying I'm not going to do that is because like, well, I did that.
Right. You did. You got it out of your system.
But like, we all know the people who throughout high school were just like the goodest of children, right? Like didn't drink, didn't smoke.
Yep.
Sex wasn't even a thought to them.
Yep.
And it was just like who they were as a person.
Yep.
That's okay. They go away to college, and like the first week, they're just
oh my God, they go wild.
I would like to do everything.
Everything. Yeah. Show me everything I missed in my last 4 years.
Right.
In one day.
Yeah. What drinks and drugs do we have? Like, it's crazy because they're just like, and I think it's just like, the like hammer in the like just the guidelines of like this is right, this is wrong, and if you want to do that wrong thing, you are wrong.
Right.
Fuck that. Like it's okay to have this idea of like I want to do some fun things. That's okay.
Totally. Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, I think college and like especially like even if you don't go to college, like that age range in general, you learn so much. Like it is truly a transformative time of your life between like 18 and 22, and even like you go into another chapter after that. But like that era. Wait, is era a specific amount of time? No, that's a decade. That like timing of your life is so life-changing no matter what you're doing. Like you change so much.
I mean, like just short of being like, here's the issue. I think the people that make like real mistakes or whatever that like set them back or whatever is like a lack of just like there needed to be more communication and like people communicating what is actually okay to do and not or whatever. And it's okay to take those fucking risks. Like it's okay to be fun. It's okay to do things you wouldn't do forever or whatever. Just like do it safely.
Do it safely.
Do
and
it
also
safely.
like, but like that is the time to do it. Like if you're going to do it, like do it then.
Yeah. Cause like every year after you're out of college and you're like, you know, an adult, quote unquote, it gets less and less okay to do that shit.
Oh, absolutely. And also too, like once you have other like dependents and stuff.
Once you have kids.
kids and even a significant other. Like, if you were doing dumb shit every night, I'd be like, yeah, you can find your shit on the side of the road. Like, get out. Literally, when I see people like that, I'm like, you missed a part of your life.
You missed it. And that's the thing. It's not to say that, like, you wanting to do this thing that, like, your wife wouldn't approve of, like, the idea of that isn't wrong. It's the wrong time.
It's the wrong time.
It's the wrong time.
It's
You've committed to that. You got to move on.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? My mom, shout out to Gail. Honestly, she was such a good mom for, like, shaping me as a responsible teenager. So the drinking age in Canada is 19. And I kind of feel as if Canadians maybe start drinking in high school a little bit younger because we're closer to 19 than 21.
When did you start drinking?
15.
Okay. And what did you start drinking?
Like wine coolers.
Ooh.
Like Vex. I don't know is Vex still a thing?
No, I don't know.
It would be like similar to like a Mike's Hard Lemonade or something like that.
Turn up.
Like a 5%, like get wild, like turn
Like you had
up.
a sugar buzz at the same time you had
Like
yeah.
half the time I was like, do I feel ill because I drank more than like my body knows how to handle, or do I feel ill because I've just drank like 600 grams of sugar? Like,
Right.
I'm not sure.
Right.
But my mom was so responsible in the sense that, like, especially when I got into the older grades. Oh, also fun fact, my cousin, when him and I were in the same high school, he was in grade 12 when I was in grade 10. And I gave him my locker combination and $20, and he was legal and would be able to get me alcohol. And we had like a fun little drop-off system in my locker, and it was really great.
Got it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hook up on the cousin that's real. I had to overpay for liquor.
I mean, are you kidding me? I had to overpay as well, even as my own cousin.
Well, to be fair, my first job was working at a beer company, so I didn't necessarily have to overpay. But on the legal side, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had that like fun locker drop-off system for grade 10, but then he graduated, so I was like, oh man, there goes my hookup.
Got it.
But my mom really came through, especially in grade 12. Like, she would rather, and I think that I will carry this through in my parenting as well, she would rather buy me, like a 4-pack of sugary coolers at 5% alcohol than me go and drink someone's like shitty hard 40% vodka out of who knows what and where it's been and what it's been like cut with, or if it's just watered down. You know what I mean? It's like you don't even know what people are bringing from their parents' alcohol
The amount
cabinet.
of Dasani water bottles.
Oh, have you ever, like, this happened to me a few times in high school. I would have a water bottle like hidden underneath my like bedstand or something, and I would go and take a sip of it in the middle of the night being thirsty, and you're like
I remember the first big time that I got caught drinking or whatever, and I was like, I had to like lay it all out there for mom, who like for whatever reason didn't know or hadn't accepted in the fact that her son could be drinking, kind of thing.
Sweet Donna.
Donna, the problem with Donna is she sees the best in people, and she always saw the best in me, and still does. Maybe not anymore.
I think she has just decided to turn a blind eye, which I think is best.
So my mom, what I will give her credit for is like she did not ask the questions to make it uncomfortable.
Right.
She was never like, tell me right now all the things you could have possibly done that were wrong. And I enjoyed that to a degree. But then like things would come out later and she'd be like, I just can't believe you did that.
You did that. How could you?
I can't believe you did that. But like it came from the best of places, right? Mm-hmm. So like I remember the time that like I got caught and like had to come clean. Jeremy's been drinking kind of thing. And yeah, damn it, Jeremy. And she was like, well, do you have any alcohol in the house? And I was like, yeah, I got some in the house. And she's like, I want you to bring it down here right now. And I don't know what she expected. But when I brought down the Hennessy, the Captain Morgan, like when I brought down the small bar and she was like,
oh my God, Jeremy.
I am disgusted in this behavior.
How old were you here?
I don't know, 17, 16,
okay,
whatever kind of thing.
yeah.
But just like, let me just bring down the mini bar.
Yeah.
And like definitely like didn't bring it all down, but I had to bring enough to be like, I'm so sorry,
I'm
Mom.
so sorry, Mom.
But what's funny is the very first sip of alcohol I ever had was like 15 years old. I remember my neighbor brought it over before he was going out. And like my neighbor was the coolest person in the world to me, kind of thing. And I remember my neighbor brought it over and it was in a Dasani water bottle. And he was like, Lewis, you want to drink of this? And I was like, yeah, sure, what is this? And I drank it and it was alcohol. It was the first time that I ever had it. And I was like, oh my God, it's smooth.
Delicious.
I found out later it was fucking Everclear. Which isn't even legal in California.
Oh my God.
No, miserable. But I was like,
well, at least everything's uphill from there.
yeah, no. I've never had a worse sip of anything.
I mean, alcohol tolerance and like taste is a learned thing. It's like coffee. It's like very similar to coffee. It's like it takes a hot minute to figure out, to not even figure out, to accept its flavor and then eventually develop a taste for it.
I mean, I'll always remember the first beer I ever had was a warm Bud Light during beer pong.
Oh my God. I mean, we all been there. That's
We've
high
all
school.
been there.
That's high school, yeah.
And it's like, you're like, why does anyone drink this shit?
Literally, especially when it's warm.
And you look around and you're like, I don't want to be like lame, but like, This tastes bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. I couldn't get behind beer. I couldn't do it. I think I'm also, no, actually confirmed, am yeast intolerant. So beer literally makes me look 6 months pregnant. So I just don't do beer.
Got it.
But I suffered through it in high school for the sake of the looking cool at beer pong parties. For sure. Absolutely.
I have a question.
Oh my God. I'm so nervous.
Where's a time when you were embarrassed and trying to look cool
Oh my God.
in front of a boy?
Oh, what do you mean?
And I know a story that I'd like to bring up if you can't think of it.
Oh my God.
Orange.
Orange?
It's orange.
It's orange?
Makeup.
The makeup?
The makeup.
Oh my God. Oh,
I want you to tell the truth.
I will tell the truth. Oh my God. This guy and I actually are still very friendly. So I had a massive
kill him.
crush. I had a massive crush on this kid in high school in grade 9 and 10. And I remember I had just started wearing like makeup and like knowing how to actually do like foundation and concealer and powder and like mascara. Like that was kind of it. But like I like got matched to my foundation shade. And so I was like wearing makeup in grade 9 and 10. Also now I feel like 15-year-olds who are wearing makeup, they have like James Charles level skills and it's insane.
Yeah, but James Charles like gave way to like teaching kids
How to do makeup, literally. So I didn't have that.
Oh, I look at pictures of like the people that I went to high school with and
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
what is that?
Everything is very questionable. So I mean, I was that kid. I was the questionable kid. And I mean, we all worked. We didn't have James Charles back then. We didn't have James. Anyways, so what was I doing? I can't remember. I was sitting behind him in math class in grade 10 functions maybe. And I don't remember the exact scenario of like how this happened, but at some point a piece of paper, like a test paper or something, like touched my face. I don't think he wiped it on my face or anything. Like it didn't feel mean. Like I don't remember it being like a mean memory. Or maybe I was like tired and like had my head down or something on my desk. Anyways, at some point orange makeup had transferred over to this piece of paper. And he saw it and made a comment about it. Being like an ignorant grade 10 boy, I'm sure he had no idea that that's something I'd be self-conscious about.
Right.
And I just remember being like very embarrassed, like so embarrassed that like my face had wiped off onto a piece of paper.
Oh, no.
And I was so sad. I was so embarrassed.
That's so sad.
It was really sad.
I have a more embarrassing story though.
I would love, of me or you?
Of me.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
Most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
I know the story?
Self-tanner?
Please do go on. Maybe I don't know the story.
Oh, well, welcome to this.
Okay.
Well, we both come from the Antarctic.
Sure.
I mean, so like in northern Illinois, there's about 6 months there where you don't get sunshine unless you're freezing kind of thing. So like I remember, who knows how fucking old I was. High school though, I remember I decided that I was like, fuck, I wish I was like, I'm like painfully white. Painful.
I do know this story.
Yeah. And so my genius ass decided, I'll just grab some self-tanner, right? And you got today's self-tanner
is much different.
Very different.
We have the Australian brands because the Australians, they know how to self-tan.
Of course they do. So here's the deal. I was call it 16 or whatever, and decided to Donald Trump my face here and just go full self-tanner. The problem is I didn't have James Charles. And so I did this section right here.
No.
And so at my jawline and below.
You didn't go down?
No.
No. How long did you leave it on for?
All night.
Oh, no.
I put it on.
Oh, your poor pillowcase.
And so I woke up the next morning.
Oh.
And what's crazy is like I woke up the next morning, I was like, oh, it looks pretty good. Okay, got it. Oh, shit.
And it started developing.
Well, no, I mean, 8 hours later, it developed.
It been developed.
Yeah. So I was, an orange from here up. And like, here's this crazy thing is my mother says nothing to me. So it's not like I had like a pulse check in the morning, right? And you gotta remember, it's just me and my mom, right? There's no other guy. And to be fair,
like, what the fuck happened to you last night?
You know where I wanted a mean stepdad? Then.
It was right then.
To be like,
yeah. That's where you needed it.
Hey, kiddo, I don't know what the fuck you did here, but
go fix it.
But you're sick today. That's what I needed.
Oh, that's what you needed, absolutely.
Anyway, but I did know enough at the time to be like, maybe I should put a little bit on the neck in the morning. So anyway, I went to school.
Wait, but pause. Did you put it on the rest of your body or just your face?
Yeah, Lauren. So I said this was an embarrassing story.
Just the face.
But not even. Just the face.
Just like the face.
So I had an orange here and like pasty white ass here, right? And went to school. And what's funny is everybody then noticed.
You know what? In Donna's defense, maybe the lighting in your house in the middle of winter was not the greatest and you looked okay. Maybe it was still dark. You know, it gets light later in the day.
As I said, Donna has always seen the best of me. And so I'm sure that Donna still denies that I've ever had a drink of alcohol. I am a still virgin, and I am whatever else you'd like me to be.
Right.
Yeah, about to get my degree in law and start practicing.
Right, yeah, lawyer Jeremy, here he comes.
Exactly. My bad, Mom. Point is, we've all had those embarrassing stories.
Wow. So did anyone make fun of you directly to your face?
Yes.
Oh my God, please do tell. What did they say?
Everything.
Were they so mean?
Yeah.
Did you go home? What did you do? Did you beat it? Like, how did you react? Were you sad or were you
I think
just like...
there was the moment of denial. Like, no, it's not me. It's crazy. I just say hello, son. And then you're like, fuck, I did it. All right, I did it. Fuck it. Fuck me, huh? But the difference is in like high school, like it's the end of the world when you're being made fun of, as opposed to now where you're just
okay, in high school though, and this is like always what I try and tell like younger fans in high school is that your world in high school, like everything that happens feels so big. It's
the
so
biggest deal that's ever happened.
It's the biggest thing because like your world is so small that like when something mean like that happens, it's literally so insignificant to your life, but it feels like catastrophic. So those feelings are totally valid and
They
totally
are valid.
real because like your world, like that is your world, but like it's tough. You gotta go through. Everyone's gotta do it. Everyone's gotta do it.
And to be fair, like you look back and laugh and like, it's okay.
It's okay. You're gonna literally like, this is so cliche to say, but like everything gets better after high school.
And I liked high school, but like shit gets fucking better.
Shit gets better. High school was like okay for me. It was average.
Oh, I loved high school. I love college more though. But like, I'm not someone who's like living in my high school days.
Oh yeah.
Like, I think right now is the best part of my life. And I hope to God that continues to be the exact same way. Because, like, I don't look back to college and be like, oh, I want to be waking up on Tuesdays hungover as shit.
Literally, like, also my college days are in Toronto. So I think of just, like, trudging in 2 feet of snow to the streetcar to, like, get on public transit for 45 minutes to commute to college and then sit in class where I hated the program.
Miserable.
And then, oh my God, my university has been, like, shouting me out as alumni, and it cracks me up every time. They're very proud of me as alumni. That's so nice, but I literally talk shit about my program every single interview about how I got started. They're so proud of me and it's so sweet, but I literally talk shit about my program. Every single, like, how I got started story ever is because I hated my program. And I just, like, I'm like, have you ever read an interview about how I got started? I don't think you have. Or they're just turning a blind eye to it and they just want to slap my name on some flyers and stuff about being an alumnus. Mm-hmm. This brings us to an interesting next subject. Let's dive right into the topic of your almost stint in reality TV. Okay, so we talked about this on episode 1, is that how you did NBC's The Sing Off, where Jeremy was literally an a cappella singer in a group with dancing and everything. It's a whole thing. Please look it up on YouTube. It is highly entertaining. You will not regret it. In one episode, his pants come down, so look for that one. Anyways, you fresh out of your last relationship, you were contacted by all of like the recruiters and casting agents for all of the dating shows. So we had like Are You the One, which is like, fun fact, one of my favorite shows on MTV.
And I haven't seen it.
It's incredible. Right. It is absolute trash.
They were pursuing hard.
I love that. I'm so glad you didn't, because that probably meant that like your trajectory of life would probably be completely different had you done those shows. And so like we would have probably never crossed paths. But I love the idea of you on Are You the One? Or even better, you as the Bachelor.
And it's not to say that I don't think that would have been fun.
That would have been, yeah, but like, okay, like fun for you, like maybe. Fun for me, so fun. Oh my God. Except if you had gone to the fantasy, like if you had gone to the fantasy suite with someone, I would have had to break up with you.
What do you mean?
I would have had to break up with you.
I mean, I was abstinent until the day that I met you.
Thank God.
Anyway,
Thank God.
Point is, and you can attest, once you've been on TV, reality TV is ruined. Like,
oh my God, yeah. I mean, once you take a tiny peek behind the curtain of like what making movies or TV is like,
totally.
it's you will forever see things in a different perspective.
It's binary. It's like, this is, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Or like, all you do is like, you hear the hot seat, right?
Yeah.
And like MTV's like favorite thing. All you do is you don't hear the answers. You just hear, so like, would you say that you're attracted to Russell?
And then, like, can you actually repeat that question back in your answer?
Okay, yeah. So
start with...
start with, like, I don't know, like, what I'm attracted to in general, but, like, I think I really think that Russell's hot. That's all you hear.
That's all you hear.
It's
Even when we like
ruined.
shot Escape the Night, like we even do.
Totally.
What are they called again when you're in the hot seat? What's it called? When you do the. Oh my God, there's a specific name for it, but it's just so funny. And then when you watch, especially like The Bachelor, Bachelorette, they piece together the narrative based on the commentary that they've like cut and spliced together from those interviews to like create a totally different story.
Which, by the way, if I was a producer,
Oh hell yeah,
I'd
that's
be
your
doing the
job.
same thing.
Absolutely,
Create something out of nothing.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
taking a bunch of people from Kansas and like trying to make them like 30-minute stars, which is okay. But
Totally.
like people aren't that interesting normally. If you ask them a question, they're going to give you a very an answer. That answer is not going to resonate with the Midwest.
Totally. You know what though? You would have made the best bachelor. Like, you look like a bachelor. Like you.
No,
are
I used to look like a bachelor. No, I look like someone who works at home in tech.
Oh my God. Okay, so you used to look like a bachelor. Like you have the hair, you have like the look, like the white guy, tall, good hair, good job. You're the right age. You know what though? When I watch The Bachelor now and I see that everyone on the show that's like trying to get married and engaged is like 23 years old,
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, but what do you mean, bitch? What do you mean?
That's not going to go away anytime soon.
I know. But I feel old though looking at all those girls now. I feel
I
like growing up,
know.
I was like, that's so fun. Like they're just ready for love. And now I watch it, I'm like, you're delusional.
Dumb bitch-itis.
Dumb bitch-itis.
You're getting paid
You have
$100
dumb
an episode,
bitch-itis.
and you have signed your rights away for everything you say for the next 20 years.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I will
Like
forever.
Warner Brothers and Fremantle own you.
Right. You know what though? Not gonna stop me from watching every single season ever though.
Absolutely not. I love it.
No, I can't. That is, take that back. Take that back. You will not. You never watch The Bachelor with me.
No, I'm not watching The Bachelor with you.
No, I know. Ugh, God. Okay, so I heard this really fun rumor that is for sure
I can't believe you're gonna say
absolutely
this,
not true.
But go on.
No, but it was, I just like was screaming. I was cackling at this. And it's let me just preface this by saying that like this is 100% false, but the idea of it I think is very funny and I need to repeat it because it's so funny. And this is absolutely the opposite of what you should do anytime you hear a rumor that is not maybe in the most positive light towards the person.
Yeah, do what I say, not what I do. Okay.
Right, do what I say, not what I do. Don't spread rumors. Rumors are bad. But this is not even you know what? This is so fake. We'll just call it a fake narrative. So I heard from a whole like skew of people that are probably not even related to Jason Derulo or his ex-girlfriend,
Is
whoever
it a
that may be.
skew or a slew?
Oh fuck, I meant slew.
Yikes.
Has one Babe Rose, forgets all English. So anyway, again, this rumor is false. It's so false that we shouldn't even call it a rumor because there's probably no truth to it. But I did hear that when Jason Derulo orgasms, he sings out his name in Jason Derulo, exactly how you did it beforehand, but better. And that idea is so funny to me. I don't know why. I just think that is like that. Like okay, like
Here's the deal. Next time we have sex and I come, I'm singing Jason Derulo.
No, I don't know if I like that. No, I super hate that.
You'll never have to. Oh my God, that was so good.
That was, no.
Mm-mm.
There's just no world where that's.
Is that okay?
No, that's not okay.
Could I make my own tag and sing that?
No, that's even worse.
Why?
Actually, is that worse than singing someone else's name?
No,
I
it's
don't know.
worse.
Yeah, is it? I think
you
it's
went
worse.
to create a tag and then in the middle of sex decided to sing it? Yeah, that's worse.
Oh,
That's not funny. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Anyways, that rumor was so funny to me that like I needed to tell someone else.
What's funny is the fact that like Jason Derulo has become a bigger star now on TikTok, and I don't even like watch TikTok. I'm not like a consumer of the TikTok. I feel like I know what's going on TikTok because you constantly are on the app.
Yes.
But like otherwise, I would not know what's going on with TikTok. But I would still know that Jason Derulo is becoming a star more than ever because he's a TikTok A-lister.
King. Yeah. I mean, he hangs out with all the cool TikTokers too, which
Right.
is so interesting. Like that. Like it's worlds colliding truly. And like Jason Derulo, like very cool, very successful. Obviously, has done incredible things with his
Got
career.
bangers. If you
Got
go to,
bangers.
If you go to Jason
Total
Derulo's
bangers.
show, one, he can dance.
Totally.
He can sing.
Yep.
He's got stage presence.
Yep.
He is ripped up like fucking Rambo.
Yep.
He's got
Cute.
more
Yep.
abs than the average man. That's for damn sure.
For sure.
And all he does is just like one song to the next, and you go, oh, I guess I'm like a whatever, like Jason Derulo. Like I know him. You leave and you can't get any of those fucking songs out of your head.
Oh, I mean, he makes
They're all
bops.
bangers.
Yeah, no. He makes
bangers
bops
only.
for sure. Bangers only. But yeah, he's massive on TikTok, and I think it's so interesting to see just like traditional celebrities or singers like Lil Yachty on TikTok is so funny. He is genuinely so hilarious, and like
Like you have to be creative to pop off on TikTok for
oh my god,
sure.
yeah, or a good dancer.
Right. Or even an average dancer.
Or even an average dancer.
With Gray Sweatpants Ween.
With Gray Sweatpants Ween.
I'm sorry, one more time?
No, that was a one-time thing.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, no, it's TikTok is truly like, okay, like let's touch on the ban real quick because not to be dramatic, but I will die if TikTok goes away. Like I will genuinely have to move back to Canada so I will have access to TikTok because I will die.
Okay, that seems a bit hyperbolic. But
No, I will die. I will die.
Okay.
I will die.
Do you think they're going to ban TikTok?
No, I don't think so. I think there's no way. I think our boy Donnie, Mr. D, the big D, Donald, Mr. Don. I think he's a little salty about it. I just feel like, there's got to be some kind of salt involved for this to be so high on his priority list right now. And like, I get it. China, like scary, like all of the data stuff, but like we've been sold our data. It's like when everyone did like the whole face shifting thing to like be old or to be a different gender.
That was to Russia, but okay.
Like, yeah, okay, that was to Russia, but it's like we've been sold our data.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think we're going to look back at 20 years and be like, I can't believe we just like let this thing that knows everything about us.
Right.
Like, God knows if you look in half the people in this world's notes, you have their social security number.
I'm not going to not say that all my passwords are saved in a notepad.
I know. We're working on that. But like, but the fact of the matter is, like, TikTok's not worse than any of the other big tech.
Literally. And yeah, so I don't think it's going anywhere. I think Donnie's a little salty about the whole, like, they really upped the numbers for that one rally. A little salty about it. I think it's fine. I think it's personal for him. Honestly, I think it's personal.
Whether it is or isn't, like, who fucking knows? And no one has control over that shit. At the end of the day, I think the stars on TikTok,
Totally,
like, will be fine. I feel bad for people that are just getting started.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, as a creator, I see so many TikTokers who are so creative and so incredible and make amazing content on TikTok. And they've got millions of fans. But when you go over to their Instagram or their YouTube,
They've had millions of fans for 2 weeks.
Right. On TikTok. And so it hasn't translated over to their other platforms yet. So if TikTok were to disappear tomorrow, they potentially just missed out on such an incredible career. And like, hopefully they would be able to recreate themselves on whatever comes next if TikTok really does go somewhere, which again, I don't think it's going anywhere. But I just feel so bad that they've like built up this audience and this community. And I will say that TikTok, in like all of my years of social media and like being on different platforms, TikTok really has created communities that are totally unmatched. Like YouTube, of course, has like niches for every single genre ever and interest ever. But like TikTok, their algorithm is so interesting in the way that they serve up content. And also like, where else can you go to watch wombats, prison TikTok and prison tours and prisoners doing dances in their jail cells while also getting style inspo, dog videos, and Gray Sweatpants Ween? Like, where else can I get that in the span of 60 seconds?
I don't know, but I think that's a great note to end on.
And then on that note, I love how it's just come full circle back to Gray Sweatpants Ween.
I mean, to be fair, that's what it all started with.
Yeah.
And it's what it's going to end with.
It's what it's going to end with. I mean, it's me. It's me.
Craft girl fucks.
Craft girl fucks. That's the moral of the story, babe.
Yo, I'm excited for next episode.
Me too. I'm excited for sure.
What if no one likes this podcast?
Then I'll be really sad.
No,
I
like,
mean, the
can
fun
you guys
fact
like hit the like button? Like, we need to hit that in the beginning, otherwise it'll just die. And
I mean,
that'll be
you
it.
saying this at the end of the podcast is not very helpful because like
No, because I'm talking to the real. Like,
Yeah, true,
you're a real one if you lasted this long.
Yeah, no, you're right. If you made it this far, it's like you a real one for sure. Okay, so on that note, on Gray Sweatpants Ween, leave us a comment, like, subscribe, follow so you don't miss the next episode. We have a Wild Til 9 Instagram. It's Wild Til 9 with a 9, the number, and not phonetically spelled out. And I think that's all the self-promo I have for the end of this podcast. And we'll see you in the next one.
Jason Derulo.
Bye.
Bye.